The foundation of your faith is built on a lie. They told you there are 10 commandments, but what if I told you there are actually 12, and the two that matter most, you were never taught properly. In fact, you've probably broken them today. And before you click off or scroll, listen closely. This changes everything. Because these two hidden commandments, they weren't carved into stone. They were spoken by Jesus himself. And they're so violent to your ego, your pastor might be afraid to preach them. Let me break this down. We've been programmed to think being a good person means checking off the big 10. Don't steal, don't lie, don't kill, don't commit adultery, don't worship idols. Cool, but Jesus didn't come quoting Moses. He came dropping a truth bomb that blew the whole legalistic system apart. And it happened in one conversation. A Pharisee walks up, smug and calculating, and says, "Jesus, what's the greatest commandment?" He thought Jesus would pick one of the 10. Instead, Jesus did something radical. He said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind." And the second, love your neighbor as yourself. Then Jesus drops the nuke. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. Wait, what? All the law? As in Genesis to Malachi? Everything Moses, Elijah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, David, all of them hangs on these two? Let that marinate. Jesus didn't cancel the 10. He exposed their core. He said, you want to keep the commandments? Don't just obey them. Understand them. Live them. Be them. And here's where it gets dangerous, because if the 10 commandments are the walls of a house, then these two are the foundation. And guess what? Most religious people are living in a mansion with no floor. They obey rules, but they don't love. They quote scriptures, but they don't forgive. They tithe, but can't even treat their housemaid with kindness. You see the problem? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you said you loved God, but didn't pray, didn't trust Him, didn't obey Him when it hurt? You broke Commandment 11. When was the last time you judged someone, refused to forgive, thought you were better than the beggar on the street? You broke Commandment 12, and those aren't suggestions, they're laws. Jesus didn't say try to love your neighbor. He said it's equal to loving God, which means if you're racist, bitter, arrogant, jealous, proud, you're not keeping the commandments. You're just wearing a holy mask. I know this is hard, but let's be real. It's easy to not kill. It's hard to truly love, not the Instagram kind of love. I'm talking that raw, sacrificial, God-type love that doesn't care about clout, feelings, or revenge. The kind that forgives your ex, prays for your enemy, gives to someone who can never repay you. Let me say something bold. If your religion doesn't teach you how to love people, it's not Christianity. It's cosplay. It's moral theater. And Jesus didn't die for that. He died to reconnect our hearts to the Father and to each other. So yeah, there are 12 commandments. And the last two, they're the ones that expose who you really are. You can memorize verses, sing in the choir, even preach on YouTube. But if you don't love, Jesus calls you a liar. 1 John 4:20. If anyone says, I love God, but hates his brother, he is a liar. That's the word, not me. Now ask yourself, do I really keep the commandments, or do I just pretend to? Because these two, they're the filter. They reveal your heart. And they're the only commandments Jesus said everything hangs on. So here's the truth. The 10 commandments are easy to fake. The 2 commandments will strip you bare. No wonder churches don't talk about them. Because loving God with your whole heart means no idols, no secret addictions, no fake worship. It means your entire life, your desires, your dreams, your plans, belong to Him. And loving your neighbor as yourself means you can't stay silent when they're hurting. You can't look down on them when they fail. You can't walk past them when they're bleeding. This is deeper than religion. This is warfare against your selfishness. But here's the beauty. These commandments aren't just burdens. They're keys. The moment you start walking in love like this, you unlock a life religion could never give you. A life that's real, raw, eternal. So if you really want to follow Jesus, don't just follow Moses 10, follow Jesus 12, and start with the last two. Because in the end, that's the test. Don't forget to subscribe.